Back to the Nigerian public, that we've just concluded the hearing of this nebulous charges brought against myself and 4 other patriotic Nigerian citizens before the magistrates. We've just had a number of consequential orders issued by the magistrate varying the bail conditions against the defendants, including the one that had been imposed on me to visit the Chief Registrar of the FCT, that it will now be once a month. Twice a month, first day and the last day of, yes. The students in our midst had been allowed to go back to school and write his exams. But what we must say about this clearly is that this is one of the weird things happening in Nigeria. The Nigerian citizen will be restricted to a city for engaging in peaceful and constitutionally recognized protest. In fact, the only police witness that was brought today admitted that we committed no crime by engaging in protest, because it's constitutionally guaranteed by their 1999 constitution. That is their constitution. We have always said I don't believe in that constitution. It was not made through the necessary processes of making a constitution. But let's assume, without conceding, that is the constitution of Nigeria. The constitution is very clear about it. Now, a lawyer made a brilliant argument that there's even a section of the constitution that allows for Nigerians to call for the resignation of non-performing leaders, whether you are president, councillor, or permanent secretary. Exactly. Right? I also think Chapter 2 of this 1999 Constitution is also very clear that if the rights of Nigerian citizens are guaranteed by by the section of the Constitution are not met in timely and fashionable manner, people can organize. Yes, people can organize to enforce those rights. We also asked the witness to the prosecution about the 1983 coup that was organized by General Buhari, who is currently the president of Nigeria. He was aware of it, and we asked him if he knew if anybody was prosecuted in that coup. Of course, the man went blank. Also, he was asked if he knew if anybody, if Buhari partook in protests, peaceful protests, after he lost elections, I think 3 different times. He said he was not aware, and this is supposed to be a police officer. He was also asked if Buhari called for an Egyptian type of revolution in 2011 or thereabout. He said he was not aware. Apparently, they came here unprepared because they don't know what they are doing, and these charges, of course, are bogus. So that is the report we have for the Nigerian people. We are meeting back here in court on May 7th, 2021, and we invite you to be back with us. As I've always said, this is not my own personal trial. It's the trial of the failed ruling class in this country. Exactly. That's why we are happy to be witnesses of history in these courtrooms across the country, as they continue to show themselves up as people who don't believe in democracy and fundamental human rights of citizens that they have sworn to protect. But beyond that, as I've always said, let's keep organizing instead of agonizing. Revolution now!
You came with a priest, a traditional priest.
I want to ask you a question. If you look outside of here, can you see something that is red and white out there? Can you see it? Passport photo place. Would you call it a shrine?
They are not aware.
You are not aware?
It's not aware.
Yes. Every Nigerian can be represented in a court gallery, whether they are, traditional priests, as you like to call them. And why would you call your own religion traditional when you call imported religions sophisticated or civilized? This is how we Africans undermine our own cultural beliefs and practices. So you see an African well-dressed in court expressing his religious rights and beliefs. You call him a herbalist. Is he wearing herbs on his head? No. Would you call somebody who's wearing a cassock a herbalist? Would you call somebody who is carrying a rosary and wearing a toupee on his head a Haberlist? So this person here is a supporter of the movement. In fact, he's a spiritual leader of the movement. And we are here with him. Now, thank you.
Thanks to Mr. Sowore and the revolutionary movement. But of course, as a matter of Nigeria is a non-secular state. Nigeria has no adopted state religion. So if he decides to have a traditional, or if he decides to worship Sango or Ogun or whatever God decides to worship, and decides to have his chief priest in the court as we have him today, I think it's within his rights to do so, because in Nigeria we don't have a state religion. So traditional religion is also permissible and allowed under our constitution. To very serious matters, very serious business of court today. The states commenced a proper trial today. They called the first witness who came to court to testify against the Nigerian states in a manner that is unprecedented. The trial has commenced. The case was adjourned to 7th of May 2021 for constitution of hearing. So we're back on that day to continue the case. Thank you very much.